Welcome to I Love This Thing So Frigging Much, a podcast about passion. My name is Sophie Katz, and today I am joined by Noah, who currently works at Basement in Los Angeles, one of the top-rated escape room venues in the greater Southern California area. Welcome to the show, Noah.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. So, here is how this works. Noah will have 3 minutes to talk about something that he loves. This can be a person, place, thing, concept, activity, anything Noah wants. Our only requirement is that Noah loves it wholeheartedly and wants to tell us why. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, got my timer here. Now, what do you love so frigging much?
So I love escape rooms so friggin' much. Now, for people who don't know, an escape room is this kind of a newfangled thing that people are going crazy over. They started popping up probably around 5 to 6 or 7 years ago. Usually they've been starting to be seen opening in like Europe and Japan, but they started opening up all across the United States. And there are these rooms, these activities that you're able to sign up for a slot, and then you or your friends or all together can go and you're quote unquote locked in a room. Now these rooms can have different themes. Some are more like a spy theme. Some can have horror themes, so like you're starring your own horror movie. Others can be totally different. Some are just plain white rooms. It is amazing how creative people can get with designing these rooms. And when the door shuts, your time begins. Usually you have about an hour, sometimes more, sometimes less, to be able to work together with your team, solve clues, crack codes, open up secret doors, and be able to escape together as a team. And there's something so magnificent about it. When I first started doing escape rooms, my very first one was with my family. And truth be told, we all lost. We did totally horrible. We argued the whole time. But after we got out and we had dinner together, we could not stop talking about how much fun it was. No matter how much we argued or bickered or how badly we did and failed, there was something so magical about coming together as a family and working together on something so cool. So I was hooked from then on. My brother and sister have been hooked as well, and we've done a couple since then. Since my first escape room, which was probably around 3 or 4 years ago, I've done 97 escape rooms. I am totally obsessed. So much of the fact that since I graduated from school with my theater business degree, I currently work for an escape room. As Sophie, as you said, I work for the Basement. They are one of the best escape rooms in the city, and I obviously I'm a little biased, but when I did their rooms, they really pay attention to theme and detail, and that is something I think is so important. Whenever I go to a venue in Los Angeles or when I was in Orlando, and I would walk into a room, there was a certain wow factor, just being blown away, having my breath taken away, that some people put so much time, effort, creativity as some of the biggest theme parks and entertainment venues in the world. When I walk in and I see, oh my gosh, this is on par with Disney, that is the kind of experiences that really blow me away. That, when paired with hands-on puzzle design, where I get to be able to touch things and be able to work together with my friends on solving these riddles and clues, there's something so exciting about that. Additionally, there is a really cool community with people. I really love working with them and being able to talk with them online. And I know my time's over, but yeah, I've been so excited to make friends with this community.
Absolutely, it's great. Thank you for telling us about escape rooms today.
Absolutely.
Can you tell me, now, I don't know if there's any codes or secrets that you're not supposed to share after you finish an escape room, but I really want to know, can you tell me about a clue that in the past you're particularly proud of solving, or a puzzle that you overcame in one of these escape rooms?
Yes. There's one. So I can't go into specifics. I don't want to go over spoilers and whatnot. However, there is this one escape room called Cutthroat Cavern. It's in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, at I believe the venue is called the 13th Gate, and it's kind of like a Goonies themed escape room. And so you're in this kind of like this cavern, and it's a very tall kind of looking kind of, so there's ancient ruins. And depending on how the floor is spun, there's a specific pattern to it that you have to figure out. And when the final kind of input is in place, this huge wall opens up and the reveal is this beautiful like beach. It's like this cove with a waterfall, and solving that was one of like the coolest experiences. Just seeing that, like looking down and like putting that final input in, and then looking to the side and being like, oh my god, there's this huge beach waiting to be explored now, and everyone kicked their shoes off and just ran. It was exhilarating.
It sounds like it really immersed and transported you to this whole nother world.
Totally, yeah, it definitely immersed me to like another level.
Are there any other stories or themes that stand out to you in escape rooms that either you've played or worked with?
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. There's something very special about the horror genre escape room. When you are the star in your own horror movie, you're immediately taken out of reality for a while, and it might sound sadistic, but there is something really exhilarating about being like thinking that you are being like stalked by a predator, or like that you're like, and obviously it's not real, but it still feels so like visceral and so like intense. So I really think a lot of the horror genres, a lot of them push the boundaries of like, what can we do while being safe?
Mm-hmm. I think adults need every once in a while an excuse to go back to playing pretend.
Absolutely, yeah. Something a little more exciting than paying your loans off or something like that.
Yeah, I feel that. Is there anything that you don't like about escape rooms? And if so, how do you handle that?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think one thing I don't love is that sometimes you go out on a whim and you try a room out, and every now and then you'll get to a room and either, and this is imminent because obviously you're in the service industry and people constantly are wearing and tearing things away, but you'll walk in and things will be broken or not working the way they were designed when they were first built. And that's okay. I'm very understanding of that. I don't love it when if this such a thing is brought up to either a game master, which is what escape room operators are called, or brought up to a manager or owner, when they try to get defensive. I think, if something's broken, you should own up to it. And obviously, like, you're in the service industry, so like you should probably like help out, or like maybe like report it right away. Say if you didn't know, be honest about it. But don't try to cover it up. I think it's something that we need to, kind of be a little bit better about.
That makes sense to me. You want to make sure that the game is ready for another person to enjoy it the next day.
Absolutely.
Noah, thank you so much for telling us about something you love today.
It was my pleasure. I'm glad to talk about escape rooms endlessly.
Absolutely. And thank you, our listeners, for tuning in today. If you'd like to learn more about escape rooms or our guest, Noah, you can find his social media information in the episode description. And don't forget to use the hashtag #LoveThisThingCast to tell us about the things you love. I Love This Thing So Frigging Much is a production of Through the Window Media. This episode was directed by Sophie A. Katz and edited by Melissa Block. You can find us at Through the Window on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Tumblr. That is THROU the window at all those social media sites. Be good to yourself, be kind to each other, and you'll hear from us again soon.